Hello friends, happy new year, happy 2022, baby. It's a new year, it's a new chance to make changes and kind of hit that reset button. Let's talk about my New Year's, my intentions for 2022. So I am on my apartment balcony and there are other noises and they're of course doing lawn maintenance today. So you hear a little bit of that? Sorry. I figured we could just jump right in to this video. I feel like going into a new year, we focus on what is coming next, what we want to accomplish in the new year without really reflecting on things that may have happened in the past year. So before I start with my 2022 intentions, let's talk about some of the things that really were wonderful for us and our family in 2021. First of all, I want to just say, I'm so thankful for the health that we experienced. Even though we did get COVID, I am so thankful that our symptoms were mild and we weren't greatly affected by it like I know so many others have been. And so I'm very, very utmost thankful for that. My kids, my husband, and myself have all remained healthy all through 2021 besides that little blip. And if you wanted to look at my experience, you can go back and check the video about when I got COVID, our symptoms, we took the test and all of that. So if you were interested in any of that, you could check it out. But that's the number one. We should always be thankful for the health that we have. Making it through another day is something to be very thankful for. So thankful for that from 2021. As crazy as the year was and the health of others was not that great. So I'm very, very thankful for that as I reflect on 2021. I also am very thankful for the health and fitness journey that I went on in March. May. I went on the E2M journey in May and really kind of took back control over my life, my health, my fitness, and all of that. So I know that's a huge thing. Usually people going into the new year, you want to get healthy, you want to get fit, you want to be, just all around doing it, feeling better about yourself, right? So that experience was so good for me. Losing that weight and gaining the confidence that I did was very good for me. The physical aspect of it really helped so much with my anxiety and depression. That I believe overtook all of us over the last couple of years. If you want to check out any information on E2M, that is the most popular video on this channel. You can go and check that out. It has all the information about the program, what all happened during my 8 weeks of it, and I'll talk more about it going into 2022's intentions. But thankful for that jump start, which happened in the middle of the year, not really in the beginning of last year. It kind of went along with me for the rest of 2021, and I'm very thankful for that journey that I went on. It was very good for me, and so that was good. Obviously, one of the most major things that happened in 2021 was selling our not even year-old home. And because of that decision to sell our home, we were able to change our financial situation so much, and I am so grateful and thankful that we did that. If you have ever struggled through life, especially with financial things, it can be just this cycle, this merry-go-round of stress and anxiety and feeling like you're never gonna get off the spinning wheel. That's kind of sidetracked, but because of the decision to sell our home last year, we completely changed our financial life, and it is such a freeing and calming feeling that I cannot even begin to just explain. And I think that most people that have been in debt and then gotten out of debt all can relate, and I think we all can do it. I talk to people frequently about there is an end. If you work hard and you work towards it, you can make it happen. So our finances, like that was such a huge change and such an impactful change on our life and our family's life that I'm so grateful for. That is one of the top things I am most grateful for in 2021. Then kind of along the lines of that, with selling our house, we got to move to Orlando, and it's so exciting. It's something that I had kind of envisioned happening at some point in our lives. I had no idea it was going to happen when it did and how it did, how fast it did. It's pretty crazy, but we love it here. We love it here so much. It's just, we really love it. There are things obviously that we would like more, you know, and so, you know, it's not perfect by any means, but the fact that we did it and we moved here and we're happy and all of the things makes that something that 2021 gave me, and that is peace, that is calm, that is just feeling like you belong somewhere, you know? Not that I ever felt bad about Texas so much, but it's just not where I belong personally. And so very thankful for this move and for the feelings of just loving where we're living. It is really, really a nice feeling. I am also so so thankful that in 2021 I decided to throw my fears, kind of like caution to the wind when it comes to YouTube. I cannot tell you how long I have wanted I have wanted to do this and have constantly let the fear keep me from doing this. I have been like watching videos on YouTube for at least 10 years. I'm pretty certain, maybe a little bit less than that. I started watching videos 9 or 10 years ago, and I always thought like, oh my gosh, how much fun would that be? How exciting would that be to just be like, let your creative side come out, you know? I used to love anytime I had a project where like we had to create PowerPoints or like presentations and things like that. I loved it. I love to be creative, go into that side of my brain rather than the, you know, the nursing, just the, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but having a creative outlet I think is so important and so good for so many of us. I really have wanted to do this for so long, but like have been so terrified of judgment, terrified of listening to myself, watching myself, thinking that no one would ever be interested in anything that I have to say or anything that I'm doing, you know, just not feeling like I can bring value to anybody. It's funny because this channel was actually Kurt's, my husband's, and we went on our very first Disney trip when our oldest was a little over a year old, and the Christmas before that my mom had given us, you know, one of these little cameras. Oh my gosh, I know that we packed it up somewhere. It's such a good memory for us. But we had one of these like little cameras that we followed, you know, Luna around, and we kind of narrated, well, more Curtis, because again, I was like so terrified of like, I don't want to hear myself. That little camera, you can actually go back to like the very first couple of videos on here, and they were done by Curtis years before they were actually posted. And it's just so cool to be able to go back and really see yourself. You know, we have pictures and things, but video, especially, you know, not like video from off your cell phone, like actual video of things that you were doing. I don't know if that makes sense. But I've wanted to do this for so long. So we fast forward to March of last year, and I just decided I was gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it, and we'll see what happens. If anything, this is just gonna be something that I get to be creative, going to do something that I have been telling myself I can't do for the last 8-9 years. I kind of feel like whenever we moved, I really feel like when I had children, I became quite a bit more introverted than I've ever been in my life. Just having a lot of kids, you don't really go out as much, you know? So this has been a way for me to, while I've been living in another state, pretty much away from family, I've just been able to really enjoy doing it. And I'm super happy that in 2021, I decided, girl, you can do this. You can do it. Anybody can do it. If you're out there, you're sitting there and you're like, I can't do this. I'm scared. Just do it. Just do it. Put out, I feel like most people that do these channels that are devoted to like how to do YouTube, the first thing they say is just do it. And you do. That's so true. Like the first video I actually like recorded and edited and put up is probably garbage, and then like the videos after it, you know, they just get better and better over time. You know, the more you learn, the better you get. So in 2021 I started this. I'm excited. In March it will be 1 year. 1 year. That's gonna be crazy. So then the last like major thing that I feel so grateful for from 2021, getting to go to the theme parks as much as we want. I said it. That was such a big reason as to why we moved here. It truly makes me so happy. I feel like it's probably super corny for so many people to hear that, and they, you know, may not understand, but there's something that just makes me so happy about it. It kind of feels like, you know, when you go there, you're just always on vacation. So I feel like we're always like 20 minutes from a vacation, if that makes sense. That's been another very exciting, all the season passes that we got this year, and just really getting to live that Orlando theme park life. It's very exciting. I'm very excited that we started that in 2021. Those are all the things that I'm super thankful for, grateful for, very kind of overwhelmed, because this has to have been the most transformative year of my life and probably my family's life. So many things happened, and it's just been such a great year in so many ways. It's been very hard, been very difficult. There's a lot of things, you know, again, that aren't perfect and that maybe I would have changed, or you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, they all happen for a reason, and there's a reason why they happen. Yeah. You just think about that, okay? Okay. Let's go into 2022's intentions. And I like the word intention better than I like resolution, because resolution feels very firm. It's very like, these are the things I'm gonna do. Whereas intentions are your plans, right? They're like, this is what I'm aiming for. These are goals. These are things that I would like to accomplish, or things that you want to do. They're not so like firm and harsh, because I think when you have those, you get disappointed, right? If you don't start just at January 1st or January 2nd in the gym, like you've been defeated, right? I feel like that's where the like resolutions and intentions can be a little bit different, right? 2022 intentions. Let's start. These are actually kind of big intentions, so they're not so much resolutions, I don't say, and I wouldn't think. They're very much intentions. First, I would love to get back into the real estate game. After watching what happened with the sale of our last home, I think it's very important. That's such a good investment to make, is in real estate. So I'm hoping that by the end of 2022, we will have bought a new house, townhouse, definitely a house or a townhouse, because I think that's an investment, a good investment, especially in an area that is up and coming and growing. So that is one of my top things that I really, really want to push toward and make happen by the end of 2022. Number 2, now this one's gonna be crazy, but I am looking to change up my career or do something different within my career. If you have kind of been following my whole nursing journey, it has been quite a disaster, if you ask me. Letdown after letdown, and I'm kind of over it. And it's so hard because I enjoy so much caring for other people and that part of nursing. It's the backside that is so discouraging, and it's so disappointment after disappointment and letdown after letdown. Their nursing has much to be desired, if you ask me. Career change. I just applied to a master's program, and it's still within the nursing realm. It's not going to be nurse practitioner or education or anything like that, but I'm applying to a master's program to see maybe that will be some inspiration. Maybe that will be something that sends me on a new journey. That is definitely number 2 for me. I need to figure out my career, because being unhappy every day that you have to go to work is not good for you. It is not good for your mental health, and it's not good for, you know, the trickle down of, you know, your family and all these things. You know, especially if you're an optimist like I am. I truly am an optimistic person, but these past couple of years have just completely transformed that for me, whereas I'm not who I used to be when it comes to work. And that's unfortunate, because I really love being a nurse in so many ways. New career, baby. 2022, gotta do something new. Gotta do something new. There are so many nurses that can understand and relate, and they just get it. The last couple of years have just done it for me. So, house, career, we're just gonna hit the big ones, baby. Like, we're changing everything. I want to put more time into traveling once we can. Again, I really want to travel. I really want to go overseas. I know I've mentioned it before, but Japan, we really want to go to Japan. I really want to go to Germany. I really want my dad to take me to Germany, because that's where he was born. It's where, you know, part of my family's from. Going back there and exploring where my dad was born and grew up, and my grandmother, where she was born, and all of those things would really mean a lot to me. So those are just like 2 of the things, 2 of the places that I like can come up with right now. I mean, there's a ton. I want to go everywhere, but traveling a lot more is a huge intention that I've set for the new year, and we'll see how the world pans out. I'm not too optimistic on that right now. Definitely a major number 3 intention for 2022. Travel lords, do you hear me? Do you hear me? Travel, baby. Then I also really want to invest more into YouTube. I really desire to make something of the YouTube journey for me. Financially, at some point, I would love to not rely on somebody else for financial freedom. You know, another employer, someone that really has my career and job and, you know, livelihood in their hands. You know, I want to really work for myself, take things to the next level for me and my goals and things that I want to accomplish. And I think that by furthering this journey on YouTube, that can be a possibility for me and for my family, and just less stress, right? I don't know. No, you know what? And I'll say this from my 9 months, 10, whatever it is, 9 months on YouTube. It is so much work. It is so much stress. And I don't even like, I really don't even have anything to be like worried or stressed about right now. It's just something that I'm putting all this time and this energy, and I'm learning new things. So it's not that it's not stressful, because it's a lot of stress, but it's stress that you create for yourself. It's not someone else creating stress on you. Maybe I have it wrong. I don't know. This is all still so fresh and young and new that I have no idea what the future looks like for this. But I do know that I like the idea of me chasing after what I want and making the rules, and just not like, it's so hard. I feel like the way I'm trying to explain this is hard. I just want to make a change for myself, and maybe even for others. I don't know. You know, right now the engagement is so hit or miss here on YouTube that I don't really have like enough direction to know, or like enough information to know if anybody finds any value in in anything that I say. But if I could make an impact, or I don't know, I really feel like I just want to really pursue this. I want to see where this can go and what I can do, especially the more I push myself to do better. it's really exciting, and I can't put as much time as I want to put into it right now because I'm working full time. That's my goal. So like June, July, I would really like to try to pivot in some way to where I can really do this as good and as just do this as well as I want to do it. And that's going to take time to do because this is a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do everything from start to finish to get a video out, but I love it. Like I said, it opens up such a creative portal for me that I love it. I don't care how exhausted I am or tired I am at the end of the day. You know, my kids are in bed and I just enjoy spending hours, you know, editing. You know, after a while I do get tired of hearing myself over and over, but I enjoy it so much. And so that is another, like, that is number 4. Let's do this YouTube thing, you know, like, let's do it. We can do it. And so that's a big one for me. I really want to do this. So 2022, it's time to crank it up. Let's do it. We're gonna do it. The last thing I put on my intention list is community. We are currently here in Orlando with just one set of friends. That makes sense. Me and one of my best high school friends somehow kismically kissing me ended up here in Orlando at the same time, literally within a week of each other. So insane. Had no idea until we were literally both moving. My intention is to find a community, is like find friendships. We all need it. We all need friends and acquaintances, people that we can communicate with and stay in touch with and motivate and have some adult time that's not involving, you know, work or things like that. I've made some sweet friends at my job, but you know, I don't really invest because I have so little time to invest in friendship, and I would really like to focus on doing that more because I feel like it's a little bit different here than in Texas. I want to foster a community and friendships and have community here because I see us here for a much longer term than I saw us in Texas, if I'm being honest. And I have great friends in Texas that I made, and I'm so thankful for those friendships. They really got me through living there. I feel like I make it out to be so horrible, and it every time I explain it to people, I'm just like, gosh, I really sound like Texas is terrible or Austin is terrible. It's really not. It's not terrible. It's just not right for me and my family. So I feel like I say that all the time, how miserable or whatever I was in Texas. That's not the case. It's not horrific, okay? I just want to say that. It was not that bad, okay? But I really did not spend the time fostering friendships and community for me this year. I really need to invest in that community, and and in my marriage as well, making time for just us. And we've done that so much more since we moved here. We have really nailed down our Monday date days. Those are our days. Every Monday we get our time together, you know, unless he's working or I have to work randomly. Those things are so important to make sure that you don't lose sight of when you have children, because you feel like they have to be number one, and that's not really the case. It is, but it isn't, because those relationships aren't going to be healthy if you don't have other relationships outside of that, if you know what I'm saying. Trying to create healthy relationships, a healthy community for me to know that it's okay, or healthy thoughts for myself to know that it is okay. It's okay to go out to dinner with a friend without my kids. It's okay, you know, that we spend time together as a couple without them, you know. That's a big thing that I really want to focus on for personally within myself. That's not a kind of material thing, or you know what I mean, it's something mental for me to really work on and be conscientious of, because a healthy mom, a healthy wife equals a healthy family, you know. Same husband too, you know. Healthy father, healthy husband creates a healthy family we can't really create a healthy family if we're not healthy. So mentally, physically. Also, just a little, maybe like an honorable mention. I do see myself trying to do like maybe 2 rounds of like strict E2M in the year. I'm supposed to start 2 days ago. It is January 6th. The current round just started on January 3rd. Again, my intention was to start on the 3rd. Didn't, but you know what? That's okay, because I know I can hop right in. I can hop right in whenever, and I don't have to be perfect. You know, I have to just do better. And for me, really, the most important aspect from E2M that I got was balance. Going for a 30-minute run or 45-minute run, you know, or 45 minutes on the stair stepper, or, you know what I mean, 45 minutes of cardio. That's okay. You know, if that's all I can get done and that's all I can do, that's something. That's me getting my heart going, getting, you know, some exercise in. That's okay if that's all I get done for the exercise. You know what I'm saying? If I eat mostly on plan, maybe not perfect, but mostly on plan, I still know I'm going to see results, and I know I'm going to feel better. Drinking lots of water. These are the necessities of life. Coffee, this is black coffee, and water. So I do have the intention of doing 2 rounds per year, just a good reset, like the beginning of the year, towards the end of the year. Those are my thoughts. I've talked about E2M at length. You can check out that video. You know, you watch the video and it explains. I don't need to explain it in like the 50th video. Okay, so I think that's it. I think those are all my intentions for 2022. Those are the list of things that I'm so grateful for and thankful for in 2021. I would really love it if you would like this video. First of all, listen, okay? When I said I'm gonna come for 2022 on YouTube, I'm coming for YouTube. So if you see a little bit more, like, you know, likes pop up or more subscribes pop up, listen, just do it, baby. It doesn't hurt, you know? So I would really love it if you liked, comment, and subscribe, right? If you would comment down below, what are your intentions? What are you doing for 2022? What are your things that you're thankful for from 2021? I know everyone can at least say that there's one thing they have to be thankful for, grateful for from 2021. Even if it was a dumpster fire part 2, we can be thankful for something. We've all got at least one thing that we're working towards and working on in 2022. We can all be better. We can all do things better. We can all have major goals, minor goals, you know? So leave me some love, leave me some comments, tell me what you want to do in 2022. And I'll see you guys in the next video.